Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're joining us today. My name is Rahim Mauji and I'm with the Worldwide Validation Network. And once again, I'm here with Randy Feldman of ARC Ideas. ARC has developed a version of the groundbreaking mobile solution known as Ismeister Real in a new offering called Gama to fight counterfeits in the government supply chain. Now, Randy has been building technology solutions for the past 25 years and has used this experience to create a new weapon against counterfeits. So, Randy, first of all, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And could you perhaps tell us a bit about the problem on counterfeiting and what brought you to address such a humongous challenge?
Thank you, Rahim. The Department of Defense started addressing the need to uniquely identify items back in 2002. Since then, the problem with counterfeits has grown more than 500 times.
Wow.
Back in 2004, we started working on a program like this for the FDA, and then in 2010, we revived the solution based on the maturity of technology and some breakthrough capabilities. The federal government has now empowered the FDA and the DoD and put laws in place that underscore the fact that many lives and many dollars will be saved by addressing the counterfeit problem. It's our mission to help make a difference and guard what's real.
I like that, guard what's real. Could you tell us about the system and the solution you have created at ARC Ideas?
Yes, Rahim. Let me explain it to you. ARC Ideas has developed a mobile app we call Gama. It stands for the Global Automated Anti-Counterfeit Management Application. It currently runs on your smartphone and works with the validation network to capture the information about items for product authentication and anti-counterfeiting.
I see. So, could you perhaps delve into this furthermore and tell us more about the Gama application itself?
Of course. I can summarize Gama for you in 4 simple points.
Great.
First of all, it leverages current mobile technology on the devices of choice, your mobile phone, and it connects to the cloud for big data. The second, the solution runs on proven, commercially available technologies. Third, it embraces a patent-pending risk analysis model that uses matching marks, product characteristics, and all manner of things to determine the authenticity of an item. And last, the current version also uses proprietary storage of its own, embraces SAP's enterprise solutions, and also connects to the DoD registry and other databases.
Well, it sounds like a very powerful application. So, who is supposed to use it?
Gama is designed to be used by everyone in the DoD supply chain. It provides a solution for government agencies and the Department of Defense using a model that they've embraced for years, a risk-based counterfeit identification and elimination program. It can help major defense contractors manage their risk in concert with the current congressional legislation.
That sounds very interesting. Could you perhaps tell us how it works? What is really going on behind the scenes?
Sure, Rahim. Gama is built using an expert system approach. It guides the user through checking and data collection quickly and efficiently. Then on the cloud, we use a bunch of advanced analytical techniques and leading-edge technologies to tell how well your item matches what the manufacturer or the supplier has told us to check. We do this using some of the same technologies as those using DNA matching, gene sequencing, and even augmented reality. Our patent-pending approach uses probability and statistics to then implement the risk assessment.
Well, you seem to have combined some amazing approaches. It is hard to believe that you can do all that from a mobile phone. Could you tell us a bit more about how users in the Department of Defense and contractors can take advantage of such technology?
Yes, Rahim, let me explain this to you. The DoD and all its contractors, along with all the members of the armed forces, can use Gama simply from their phone to check items and parts and equipment for authenticity. Everyone in the supply chain, right down to the warfighter, right in the field, can check and make better decisions as they strive to ensure the authenticity, especially when lives are at stake. Gama increases your ability to manage the quality and the integrity of a single item or a complete assembly by checking and scoring at every level the amount of confidence we have in its authenticity. The more critical the item, the more things need to be in place to be sure that it's authentic.
Thanks, Randy. Can you perhaps explain counterfeit risk management?
Absolutely, Rahim. The impact of the item being counterfeit along with the probability of it being counterfeit, are both taken into account in the application. The DoD risk management provides those standards. Then we check with the DoD IUID registry and get the information from the manufacturer. The warfighter, inspector, technician can examine the part, a vehicle, a piece of equipment, and determine if it meets the standards and rises to the level of confidence required. The impact and the authenticity are then used to indicate graphically in a risk management grid, and they can determine whether it meets the acceptable level of confidence.
So the greater the risk if the part is fake, that is to say, the adverse consequences are higher. The more we need additional measures like RFID or holograms and Gama for the users to make those things work?
That's correct. As the impact of an item becomes being fake or substitute rises, so does the need for traceability and authenticity. We got to add stronger measures like RFID, special marks, and other techniques, and sometimes even a dedicated supply chain to make sure that it meets all the qualifications. And we can enforce this through Gama. The cost of the measures becomes justified based on the value and impact of the part if it happens to be a fake.
Randy, I can see that Gama is both powerful and yet practical. Could you perhaps sum it up for us in just a few points?
Yes, I can. I would be glad to. Gama is, number one, a solution based on the identification, data collection, and calculation of probability through a very simple but powerful solution. Second, it's a universally accessible tool delivered right on your mobile device using multiple back-end sources. Third, the DoD supplied value of risk or impact is included in the measurement so that the warfighter can make the judgment on the spot. And four, the information is delivered when and where it is needed to properly assess this risk and take the actions necessary.
You know, Randy, it sounds, if I may, like you have an international anti-counterfeiting ballistic missile here.
Well, that's one way to put it, Raheem.
Well, you know, thanks so much for joining us today, Randy. And once again, my name is Raheem Maji with the Worldwide Validation Network. Thank you.
You're welcome.